DC Universe's show Swamp Thing has a new home, and fans, both old and new, will have an opportunity to discover season 1 starting next week. And with its return, we get to enjoy one of our favorites in action as the Blue Devil, Ian Ziering. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Oh my God, thanks so much for having me. How are you today?
I'm great, but we're here to talk about you and Swamp Thing. Tell us how you've been doing and how you got involved with Swamp Thing and its new home.
You know what? I got a call for an audition for a DC superhero. And before I could even react, the 8-year-old boy inside me said, yeah, I'm going. Didn't matter. Oh my God, it's like a bucket list, dream come true opportunity. And I went over to Warner Brothers, which owns DC, and I auditioned in front of a room full of people. It wasn't even on tape for the director. They were all sitting there, which kind of raised the excitement for me a little bit.
Yeah.
And I nailed the audition. At least I thought I did. Didn't hear from him that night. And then the next day, I got the part. I was literally doing backflips. This is top shelf, top of the food chain film production. It is amazeballs. I work with some of the most talented artists behind screen, some of the most amazing actors on screen with me. It's amazing, jaw-dropping television. This is film for TV.
I love
startling.
that, and I feel like we've been seeing that lately with TV shows, is we see film quality every week when we get to see these shows. So tell us about your character or characters. I guess they're pretty different, so tell us about them.
You know, it's funny, I play a dual character. I play Daniel Cassidy, a stuntman who 8 or 9 years ago, within the context of the Swamp Thing universe, was on a movie set, and he was watching the actor that he's stunting for have a hissy fit and become a prima donna, and he's mulling over to himself, I should have this part. They only see me as a stuntman. And all of a sudden, this mysterious character shows up. And it's, in DC folklore, it's the Phantom Stranger, which we don't know is God or the devil. But anyway, he says, well, I can make that happen for you. And all of a sudden, they strike a deal, which is kind of on camera. And it's kind of obsequious, the deal that they make. But Daniel has to stay in town to protect this woman who hasn't come to town yet, and that's all he knows. And then all of a sudden, he hears, all right, you're fired, and looks to the set, and the actor was fired, and Daniel gets the part. But what he doesn't realize is that he's committed to staying in Moray, Louisiana, in the swamp, till she shows up. Turns out to be 7 or 8 years. He can't even leave, because if he leaves, he catches fire. He doesn't know the deal he's gotten into. And finally, when the woman shows up, Abby Arcane, to solve the mystery of why people are getting sick from the swamp. He goes to save her, but realizes that he's got this superpower that transforms him from Daniel Cassidy into the Blue Devil, which was the character in the movie that he was playing, but he transforms into this demon in real life. And this demon is so out of this world. It was the research and development for this suit got to be millions of dollars.
Yeah,
these are the same.
It looks incredible.
It's. I'm telling you, I have nightmares from my own character. So strong. And this guy doesn't. He uses his powers for good and not evil, but he doesn't leave the bad guys in handcuffs. He leaves a bloodbath.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that sounds actually really scary. So when it comes to premiering a series, the first week of October has been pretty successful for you. I don't know if you know this. A little show you were involved in, Beverly Hills 90210, debuted on October 4th, 30 years ago. What's it like for you to be such a part of iconic television history?
I pinch myself with every job, every gig that I'm lucky enough to be a part of. You never know where it's going to go. When I auditioned for 90210, wasn't sure I got the part, and it turned into 10 years of television making that crossed over our borders to just about every country in the world and has become iconic. I'm very proud to be a part of a project that has touched so many people in such a positive way. Steve Sanders, he's been very good to me.
Oh, hey, before we go, we just want to ask you, you know, you're a DC superhero now, so we know you got the bod. What are the chances, I know I see it, what are the chances you're going to come back and guest host Chippendales again when it's safe to do so?
You know what? I would love to do that. I had so much fun. I did that. I worked with the Chippendales for 2 summers. Mom would be proud. It's flirty, not dirty, and I had a great time. It's a great show. You know what? It's a Las Vegas staple. It's a classy organization. It's run by you know, top-notch professionals, and all the guys that I worked with were just, you know, hardworking journeymen who happen to be ripping and sexy.
Yeah.
Sign me up. Okay, if they'll have me.
The way you rip your shirt off, your dance moves, no, of course Mom is proud. What supportive parents you have.
Yeah, I'm a lucky man.
I love it so much. Ian, thank you so much for joining us this morning on More. This was so much fun. Come back anytime.
Don't forget, October 6th, Swamp Thing on the CW.
Oh, we're ready. Thanks,
Thanks,
you,
everyone.
Ian, and we'll be right back.